Scorpions, this is Star with Ariana. Start with your forecast for June 2025. This is a new month, a new energies come into effect this June. I will rely on the Ideal Tarot, Divine Messages Oracle, as well as Love Oracle for your reading this month. There will be other decks for sure. For a personalized reading as well as for deck purchase, feel free to reach us at the email address given below. Now, the overall energy from the Ideal Tarot is the Eight of Swords. I think this is the month when your intellect is going to be effective because you're dealing with the air signs with the Suit of Swords coming into effect. I think Libra, Aquarius, as well as Gemini. You're going to be someone who is going to push the envelope as you go about meeting your targets. The pressure is certainly going to mount off you. Besides, there's also going to be an energy shift to protect yourself from the evil eye. Health concerns could also be there for some Scorpions this June. The final days of May stepping into June, I do have the Lover's card. Possibly with respect to professional matters as well as with respect to personal matters, there was a choice here. You were someone who had made gains on account of communication. My throat is acting up, so maybe throat chakra related issues were also there for some Scorpions. Nevertheless, your creativity was esteemed. I think you were also someone who was turning heads. Maybe you were also having second thoughts with respect to a decision that you had made or with respect to quotation of price that you had made for a client. But then again, there's no point thinking or ruminating over it because what's done and whatever is supposed to come your way will certainly come your way, come what may. Obstacles to overcome this month or the challenges. I do have the Four of Cups. I think you need to keep your emotions in check. Maybe you also need to retreat and rethink your moves because sometimes Plan A doesn't work, but then Plan B is the right approach. You could also be dealing with two-faced people. Maybe you feel let down. Someone could also promise you financial aid but could deny you because this is in the challenge position. Work-related opportunities could also arise for Scorpions, but then they may not excite you. Maybe they are not going to meet up to your expectations. Your schedule could also be disrupted, so you need to push yourself, you need to work that much harder before you achieve your target. Influences for this month, I do have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands, like the Eight of Swords, makes you very purposeful and driven. I think you're going to be up and about, you could be on your toes. This is going to bring in good news, maybe with respect to job opportunities or with respect to clients and patrons. You also can expect travel or movement. Your social circle is also going to widen. So meet up with people. Maybe they're also going to enhance your job prospects. Yet a question of ethics could also arise. Maybe someone feels that you're breaking the rules. So be clear when it comes to financial matters. You don't want someone to accuse you of breaking the rules. You have to live within the boundaries. Those of you who are in the leadership position, Scorpions, you could be dealing with people who you think are tampering with your goods. Maybe you have to look for replacements, but then the new faces may be inefficient. I think you will also be dealing with gossip. There could be surprises with eights coming up in your reading. The first 10 days of June, I do have the High Priestess. Again, this means that your workload is going to increase. Everybody is going to expect you to help them out, to assist them. Besides, you're capable enough to do them, but then you may also feel that they are unwilling to express gratitude or that it's a thankless world. You will be commuting great distances, or you could also be traveling. It is going to be an activity filled first 10 days for you. There will be encouraging results, but then oftentimes in this period you could also feel that your responsibilities are increasing, but then you're being underpaid or undervalued by your superior. Recommendation is also going to bring in openings for you. You also need to be patient if you're making your way for an interview. I think having a professional attitude is going to be the key here. Maybe you also need to be clear with respect to money for services, or you could end up being fleeced. Maybe you also need to look at technical aspects because gadgets could malfunction. Social events could also be lined up in the first 10 days, even throughout the month, because the 8 of Wands has come up. 11 to 20th June, I do have the 9 of Wands. Now this person, he wants this plant to grow into a full-fledged tree very quickly, but then that is not going to be the case. Maybe that is why you're also going to be on your haunches, deliberating on your future. Maybe you're putting in 100%, but then the reward isn't immediate. It does take time for this plant to grow into a full tree. Likewise, Scorpions, you need to be patient. You also need to cooperate with others around you. Maybe they think that you're someone who is too set in your own ways. This could create disagreements. Gadgets could also be unavailable to you. That could also hinder your plans. Ideally, I think, Scorpions, you should try to avoid overreacting when you find yourself in testing situations. Cooperation is also the key. Maybe meditation or spiritual growth should be your focus at this time. You should pay attention to your intuition because you're very gifted. The final days of the month, I do have the 8 of Swords. Now, this is very interesting because I started this reading with the 8 of Swords coming in from the Ideal Tarot, and here we go again. We have the 8 of Swords for 21st to 30th June. This person or this lady is encircled by swords, so things are not going to be as good as it seems. There's an energy shift. You need to protect yourself from the evil eye. Maybe your health is also going to be affected on account of the same, but then this energy also allows you to accomplish your goals. Maybe you need to keep a low profile. I think you need to make concessions at work. Maybe some of you are also using guile and impersonation to your advantage. You could force yourself to complete what you set out to do. I think you should ask for payment for services even if you're giving free advice. I think you should be crystal clear rather than give advice gratis. Communication will bring in opportunities for you, so you should make the most of it. Your creative side will be in full swing, as well as appreciation is going to be there for the same. You're someone who can finish tasks at great speed. Maybe there's too much scrutiny because this person or this lady seems to be surrounded by these walls. So in case you're making your way for an interview also, I think there could be too much scrutiny there as well. Too many questions could be asked or eyebrows could be raised. I do have the card Alarm Bells from the Divine Messages Oracle, which is asking you to stay alert. Deadlines may have to be met, so wake up before it's too late. You also need to address issues rather than brush them under the carpet. Your body could also be giving you warning signs, so wake up and act accordingly. Act on your hunches. I do have Lenormand's book, so some of you could be reading books, or you could be thinking of joining an educational course. Your brain could be hyperactive. Quick thinking could allow you to get ahead. Maybe you're also going to receive a book as a gift. Interestingly, with respect to your love life, I do have some cards searching your eyes for answers. I think some of you could be single. Maybe your friend could also play matchmaker. With the 8 of Wands, maybe you're going to mingle with the opposite sex and they could be interested in your work because they want to form an acquaintance with you. Some of you could also be introduced to a person, but then you could put limitations on yourself because you feel that this connection may not work because of your dissimilar social backgrounds. Yet your friend could ask you not to put limitations on yourself. Maybe with this card also, in case yours is an on-again, off-again relationship, you do want answers, you do want clarity from your person. Maybe you're desperate for answers. Incidentally, book is here as well as Lenormand's book, so maybe you could gift a book to that special someone. I think you want the universe to make this person realize that you care deeply, or that he should give this relationship a chance. You also need to protect your relationship because the 8 of Swords talks about jealousy affecting your relationship. I do have possessive, so maybe some of you are dealing with the person who is very possessive. There are cobwebs as well as the chain which is quite rusty, so you don't want to be in a connection which is very stifling. You need to follow your own inner voice before you get into a relationship in case you're single also. You may not always understand why certain things happen, however, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. There was alarm bells, so even in your relationship, I think, which is, if there is something which you need to address, then only time can reveal what's hidden. Only time can tell what is the reason why you're getting those alarm bells in a relationship also. So be patient. The last card in this reading is throat chakra. Maybe you are desperate for answers. Maybe you want the person to communicate. I did start this reading where my throat was acting up. I did have to clear my throat. And likewise, Scorpions, you also need to speak your truth very clearly and effectively. I think throat chakra healing will also be beneficial for Scorpions this June. All in all, this June, there are going to be opportunities with respect to work. You're also going to be under pressure because everybody expects more from you, or everybody is going to expect you to come to their aid. Multitasking is going to be the key for you this June. I hope Scorpions, you liked your reading. This is Star with Ariana Stark. Do give us your feedback in the comment section. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye till the next time.